All right. Good morning, viewers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on wherever you are joining us from. And to those that will rewatch this live, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you as well. Today we have one of our very good clients, as you all already know, because the post was out there since yesterday. We had made a post about this live. So we are here today on this live with Mrs. Adedoyin. So good morning, sis. You're welcome on this live.
Hi, Ozzy. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me also?
Thank you. Very well. I can hear you very
Uh,
clearly. Thank you.
all right. So we're going to dive into some few questions and answers straight up. So I would like you to tell us and the viewers um, which country are you from?
Yes, I'm proudly a Nigerian. I'm from Nigeria.
Okay, which part of Nigeria are you from?
I'm from Ogun State, but I was born and bred and schooled and lived all my life in Lagos State, but state of origin, Ogun State.
Okay, beautiful. So which country are you speaking to me from right now?
Okay, I'm speaking with you from the United Kingdom. I'm here in Wolverhampton, in the West Midlands. Yes, that's where I am right now in the
Okay, I
UK.
don't know if you can speak up a little bit.
Can you hear me? I'm in the UK. I'm in the United Kingdom, Wolverhampton. Is it clear?
Yeah, it's clear now.
Okay.
Okay, so will you like to tell us what you're currently doing in the UK?
So I'm currently working now. I came in last year to do my MBA studies, master's program in the United Kingdom, but I'm currently working now as a volunteer with Citizens Advice Bureau.
All right, so let's start with the country where you are currently. Will you like to tell us one good thing about the United Kingdom where you are?
Oh, I think the United Kingdom is a place where you can find a rich, diverse culture of people. So I'm Nigerian and I'm here living in England, but I've got a number of people from different cultural backgrounds, from Asia, from Europe, from Caribbean, from, mentioning from Africa. So it's a rich land filled with diverse opportunities and people. You get to meet different people from different backgrounds, learn from them, share your knowledge, your skills, your background with them. It's such a rich country where largely a lot of people are treated, with a measure of equality, diversity, and inclusion. So that's basically what I love about the UK. And of course, the rule of law is significantly upheld here. So nobody's above the law.
All right, so now let's talk about Care Global Consulting. What exactly did you access from Care Global Consulting?
Yes, I was able to get my admission for the master's program I came here for through Care Global Consulting Limited. So a couple of years ago, I'd tried to get into this university, but I couldn't get my documents and all of that together on time. But I approached Care Global from a referral. They had done something similar for a friend of my husband, and he referred them to us. And it was amazing the kind of service we got. So I'd had disappointment from another agency, were not able to get an admission successfully. In fact, at the point of getting an offer, had been declined and been denied, saying that the course was full. And that's after we had made a deposit fee payment to the university. So Care Global came at such a time where I was in dire need of another offer, another option. And not only did they get that option, it was a personalized, a bespoke, personalized and bespoke manner with which they worked with me. I mean, I didn't have to pay, but they did this service with so much professionalism, so much passion, so much interest in me as a person, and not just generally as a client. I was able to get my documents reviewed. I got a lot of advantage through, the main operation manager, which is Ozzy herself, who had helped me to look through my own peculiar position. So this course I'd come in for, I was not quite eligible to come in at that time, but she said I should, bring all documents that I had, and went through them, was able to look at some other advantage I could bring, I could have have an edge in coming down here. And it was quite delightful the way she went about the whole getting the admission thing. She has spoken to some of the top admission officers for international students. She had, brought a strong case for my own peculiar application, looking at the background of experience I had. I mean, it's only very few people that would do that, and that's why I'm really grateful, even till now, for the opportunity I had with Care Global Consulting Limited.
All right. I would like to ask you further. During your program at your university, you really stood out. You had outstanding performance. You have several awards, so it was much thrilling for us. So because you made Care Global Consulting proud, you made Nigeria proud, I'm sure you made your family proud as well. So I will just want you to talk to other students as well. How can they stand out, when they study outside Nigeria? Because it's not just about going there to acquire certificates, there are other things to this thing. So what will you advise other Nigerians or other people, not just Nigerians alone, other people that are, going to seeking to study in different places other than their own countries?
Thank you very much. I'm glad you asked this question, and it's something I would love to share about. Yes, so people say sometimes things are, gotten through grace, and I agree completely. But I also think that there's a responsibility we have as individuals to our own personal growth and development. So in the UK, while it's a rich, diverse culture of people, and while they claim there's no discrimination and all of that, there's still some subtle here and there that makes, especially people from Black, Asian, minority ethnic communities to feel somewhat insecure, have some background insecurity, that it's actually more like a mirage. So when I came in here, I also had my fair of culture shock. I had seen that not everyone here acts like a Nigerian, and even the Nigerian here may not seem Nigerianly, let me put it that way. But I wasn't going to feel deterred by what I was seeing. I wanted to bring, because each person, each individual has his own strength and skills that are really, really valued if you're truly self-confident and if you really know who you are. So when I came in, it wasn't so difficult for me to mingle, because being a lawyer, I can say that I had some form of communication and confidence skills. I could reach out to people at my own level. But it's just not about English now. It's always about how to have this team building spirit, how to relate with other people from different cultural backgrounds, and how to be confident in your own self. So went ahead to volunteer myself as a course representative for my program, and I would go ahead to help people get solution in their program as well as other people who were not even from Nigeria, and that was quite valued. It was from there that I started to look at the opportunities in the university. So we had learning platforms, we had student union, orb and all of that. I wasn't just going to be here and then just listen to what some other people had experienced in the UK. I wanted to see for myself what were the opportunities that awaited us as new immigrants. And I saw that there were a lot of amazing things that we could benefit from, that it wasn't out there. So, first of all, learning to be open minded is one key um, thing I would advise most people to do, to have rather. Secondly, is the power of reading. There's information out there, but nobody is going to stand on the road. You know how it is that we always like to ask people for information. We always like to not take a step ourselves to read up on what we need to know. Rather, would prefer that somebody does the explanation, somebody does the signposting and all of that. Here in the UK, they expect that when you see a sign that says this detail, you read through the sign and you take that action. Or they expect that when you receive an email, you read through it and react and respond. And I tell you, it was from the emails I was reading, it was from the website of the university, me going through all of that was put there, that I saw some of the advantages that I got. So before my second semester, I'd seen the post, the first semester rather, I'd seen the post about job offers, job opportunities. So because I'm a mom of two boys, my husband, who is also here with me in the UK, doesn't live with us in Wolverhampton during the week. It meant that I had to deal with childcare. It also meant that I needed to do some form of work, I bet not too stressful. But I did
Yeah.
not know how to go about it because I wasn't going to do a care work, which was going to take my time and energy and also distract me from the purpose of my relocating to the UK. So what I did was looked at the advantages, and the school itself had series of job opportunities that were within 20 working hours for students. It was from there I got in there. And when I got there, I told myself, you're here for a purpose, not to do this menial work, but to also show that you're a true Nigerian, show that you're carrying value and you're also a valuable person. I wasn't going to be part of those, statistics of, oh, they are black and they can't read, or they are black, they can't communicate, or they are black and they're aggressive. I wanted to be a different person from my own country in the UK. And I was so grateful to God because I minded my business, but at the same time, I put out value there. And even though I was working at that low position, it wasn't so long before they realized that I think this person has got more value than what she's doing as a sales assistant. And before I knew it, I was recommended to be on the strategic board of the student union organization. Sorry about that.
No
So
problem.
it was from there that, and again, the power of perspectives. So people would not necessarily think like you, act like you, and you don't necessarily have to, be okay with the way other people think. That's the power of diversity, and just letting other people be, but maintaining your own personality, maintaining your own value is significant. So because I wasn't going to be concerned about what other people were doing that were not really suitable to my own values. But I made sure that I focused on why I was there. I made sure that I read through all of the programs because I didn't want to also, be working, be getting by on some advantages and not do well in school. As a course rep, I knew I needed to show that there was some form of excellence too that I had. And so I would ask questions. I'll ask lecturers, I'll ask my colleagues who knew more than I did. I wasn't shy to. So that's one of the things because we sometimes think that it's shameful to find out information or to ask for help. Most people don't, they rather keep quiet. And I'm not even just talking about Nigerians. Because I went out of my shell to say, I don't know this thing. Could you show me how to do this thing? Could you tell me where I could get this help from? The power of asking intelligent questions will get me more people opportunities than they would ever be able to get. So and these are some of the things that I would like to share. Learning, first of all, that a rich cultural background, that people who are not like you or from your background are going to be largely occupying. Knowing definitely that if you're able to read, if you're able to have the fortitude to go through the learning process, it will be more easier for you to get advantages as against when you are laid back. And thirdly is the power of perspective. Look and knowing why you are here. That really matters. Why am I here? What do I want to achieve with the purpose of my study or my relocation? So that's what I would say helped me.
Thank you so much for sharing about that. That was beautiful. So you just shared about how people can stand out, and then she has talked about a lot of things. Being confident. She has talked about be outspoken, ask questions, and so many several other things that she has talked about. So also be kind-hearted and be willing to help others. She has talked about a lot of things. So, and also I can tell you as well that when you come through Care Global Consulting, this is one of the things that we also do for our client. There is a stage where we do pre-departure briefing, and also we do how to stand out in different countries, wherever you're going to as well. There's that session. So for our clients. So that is one of the things you stand to benefit also when you come to Care Global Consulting as well. So we have that aspect
Yes.
in our service.
I remember, Ozzy, sorry to cut you short. I remember the precast interview you did with me, you did for me.
Yes.
It was one of the
Yes.
things that really helped me to find my footing at the beginning, because you had made it easier to know where I was coming to, how I must position myself, what the environment was likely to be about. So I really, really employ a lot of people to prepare very well for that precast interview. I mean, it wasn't up to a day or two after I did the interview, the precast interview you had prepared me for, that I got the cast. And it helped me to even align myself, because you had shown me several things about the environment where I was coming to, why it's important to know where you're coming to, the kind of people that are there, and the kind of opportunities that are also here. So thank you for that. Thank you.
Thank you. So now let's go to the next question. I know that you have talked about our services, so many things, so many good things about our service. So I would like to ask again, do you like our service, and will you recommend people to us?
I need not say more.
Okay.
I really, really, really was blown away by your services, and I referred a couple of people even while in school. It's just so amazing that we have people like you who put themselves in the job that they do. It's really important that we have so many people like you do this. So I encourage a lot of people to come through Tech Global Consulting, to come in here. I mean, you will stand out, I can assure you. And I'm paying it forward as well. You can even find out a community of other Care Global um, clients who are in your university or in your location, and just ask questions, form a small community through Care Global Consulting. So I'm really, really happy about the service. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I was going to say, use this platform to, tell people to use our service. So I don't know if you have done this in this last question. So, and will you still want to go over it again? Because we know we cannot overflow that. So I want you to use this
I
platform
won't.
to talk to
Yeah.
viewers and clients, prospective clients, to
Yeah.
use our service.
Thank you. Yes. What I would say to a lot of people who are still, thinking whether they should come through Care Global or not, is there's a difference where you go to someone who is just interested in making the money or the percentage from the university, and someone or an organization who is concerned truly about your own peculiar details, your own peculiar information. I know I've done a series of documentation. I had my personal statement. I had some of my background qualification documents. But Care Global looked through my documents, helped me holistically align them to suit the program I was coming from. In fact, they had helped me to know that it would be better to come through a certain program. So I'm a lawyer and I practice in Nigeria before coming here. I could have gone for a program, a course in data, business analyst or data analyst or analysis or any other. But what Care Global would do for you is look at what your skills are, what your background is, what your experience is, and align it with what you need to do. So I've been desirous of knowing about business management in an international level, on an international level. And that program was coming not publicly to everyone. So if you had gone on the university's website at that time, you may not have seen it. But Care Global has connections with the universities it works with and can look at each of our clients and the university catalog to say, I think you're eligible for this program, and I think you're eligible for that program because this and this and this are what you stand out to gain, and make the process even easier. Guys, I got my offer in less than 2 weeks. I applied in January. I sent out my document, then my documentations in January, and I was surprised. It still felt like a dream. That you mean I have an unconditional offer now? So the swiftness, the peculiarity of them handling your case, the swiftness at which they would work, and the empathy, the excellence and empathy are not something I'm going to even underestimate. They are a unique organization, and I would implore you that you should go with them. You should go with them.
Okay, thank you. You've heard
Thank you.
everything from Mrs. Adedoyin. So now, away from Care Global Consulting, and so let's discuss about other things. Now, I know that you have talked about Wolverhampton, how good Wolverhampton is. So I don't think I will have to repeat that because of your time. Your break might soon be up. So now let's talk about Nigeria, the country where you're from. So what is that one good thing that you love about Nigeria?
Oh, without even thinking too much, is our resilience. I love that we're strong people. I love that we push back. I love that we keep going for that thing that we design out. And that's why it's important when I tell people you carry something. The Bible says, cast not away your confidence because it has a great reward before the Lord. Nigerians are a strong people. What we think is a disadvantage to us as Nigerians is an advantage here. We carry that strength, that personality. And when we are here, we actually stand out, whether it's in care or health industry or in IT industry or in any organization. Nigerians that know truly who they are and where they have come from, they don't come and carry last. They don't come and carry last. They come and take it all. But you find still some people who are not so sure, who are not so confident of who they are, or they are thinking that they are disadvantaged. We know that we're not disadvantaged. We are not. We've gone through a lot that these people here haven't gone through. And because of that advantage, we can get more edge. We can get more edge when we know we are carry that strength of resilience in us and push for what we're going for.
Good one about Nigeria. We are good people. We are a good nation. All right, so good people, good nation. So
Absolutely.
now, if you were to change one thing about Nigeria, what would that be? And how will you, make the change?
That's the role of law. And that's like almost no brainer for everyone who may be hearing me speak. You see here, nobody is above the law. Nobody, absolutely nobody. Whether you're an MP or you are a cleaner, the same law applies to all. And because I'm a lawyer, this is a big issue for me. I love the fact that nobody is above the law. So it's something I would love to see in my own country. I'd love to see that whether it's the local government chairman or the president or my employer at work or my own domestic care, every one of us is answerable to the law, and our interests are well protected in on a similar and equal level. Equality and rule of law. What I love here and I want to see implemented in my country without saying too much.
All right. Thank you for that. And now let's talk about you. Is there anything that you would like us to know specifically about you? Like, okay, are you? I know that you're a very busy person. You're at work currently. Is there any service you're rendering there where you are, in the location where you are, that maybe you want people to know about, and for patronage?
Okay,
Are
so
you
not
currently
personally.
rendering? Also, are you rendering your legal service? Are you
Yes,
practicing
yes,
now?
that was what I
Yeah.
was going to mention. Yes,
Okay.
because I find that it's an opportunity for me to re-qualify as a lawyer here. But first of all, if you must go into any industry or field of interest, or when any of your backgrounds work with professional background, it is important that you get the required knowledge and the required experience in the UK. So while no work is seen as too little or derogated or undervalued, it is still important that if you're a lawyer, you should get some experience in the UK as a practicing lawyer. If you are an IT person, get some experience, and this experience will not come on a platter of gold. It's the more applications you make, the more you have to tweak your CV, tweak you know, your application really, because one shoe does not fit all. So what then you need to do while you're searching for that dream job, while you're trying to find your own base here, what I would encourage is what I'm actually doing right now, is to find where you can serve, where you can volunteer. Now, not so many people would love that, and not so many people's family dynamics or personal dynamics would allow that. But then again, like I said, what is the goal ahead of you? What is your vision? And what is your plan? Now that you have relocated, what is your plan? If you just think that getting by with the funds you're getting from the work you're doing, which is not really the professional work, would last you a long time, it's going to be a big fat lie, because 5 years down the line, you will feel very, very resentful when you see some other of your colleagues that have built their own profile from the scratch at the industry they desire. If you then see them in the future, you will now start to feel resentful and angry. Yes, you made the money, but you should not forget where you're going to. So while you're making the money at hand now, you should try and get experience. So by experience, there are not a lot of organizations, even government organizations, on opportunities here. Citizens Bureau, Advice Bureau is where I currently work as a volunteer advisor. And I would tell you, it's a different experience here in the UK. Even though you are 20 years at the bar in Nigeria, 15 years of practice in whatever industry, you still need to learn the way they work. And they would appreciate that you have learned, because it doesn't matter whether doing a paid job or not. As long as you're learning and you have experience in that field, you can then take this work experience to get a paid job in future. So I would advise, there's so many of them you can volunteer with, and at every council. Council here means like local government around your area. So I stay in Wolverhampton and in the West Midlands. And so I applied to Citizen Advice Dudley and Wolverhampton. I couldn't get, but that didn't stop me. What I did was apply further to Citizen Advice Sandwell and Warsaw, and that's where I come to. They take care of the what's it called, overhead expense. When I mean overhead, let's say your travel expenses and what have you, but they do not pay you a salary. But I would tell you that what I've gained here in the last few weeks is is more than even getting paid. Because if I was paid, I might even be feeling uncomfortable that I don't know how to do this work. But when you volunteer, you learn, you gain confidence while as much gaining experience. So I'd implore that you look for unpaid opportunities where you can volunteer and put in your own service while as well learning to build your skills and your own knowledge experience in that field. I think I've lost Ozzy. Let's hope that she comes back soon.
Sorry about that. I don't know if you can hear me. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Okay. All right. I think we can just wait for her to join again. Sorry about that. It was my network glitch from my own end. It was just a network glitch for my own end, although we're almost done. And I hope that she's able to come on live again because she has other activities as well. Okay, so she's here now. So let me just put her up. Let me just put her up.
Yes, I'm
Hello?
back now. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but then your video is not up yet. Maybe it might
It's actually
come
up here on my hand.
along the line. Yeah, sorry about that. It was a network glitch from my end. Yeah, so we're almost done anyway. So, and then maybe you can go ahead and say what you were saying. Sorry about that. Yes, you're up now, fully up.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see you now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I don't know what you caught me saying last, but I was just saying that people should harness the opportunities they have here. There's so many, so many opportunities, but because a lot of people don't say it, and I'm one that is big for sharing valuable information, especially with my own tribe. No, while I'm not tribalistic or racist in any way, I see that a lot of us from Nigerians, the black people, are not too, you know, big on finding out this information, or the ones who have the information are hoarding it. So find yourself in platforms and communities where they share this information and also speak out so that you can get the help that you require. As long as it comes to your table, the sky is your limit. And I only started work here, it's not up to 2 weeks, and I have started to see some clients, even though with other professionals. And this is a process that will take longer period. This is because I am interested in quickly learning and understanding the system more. As long as you're able to understand the system, I think the sky is your starting point.
Sis, I'm very proud of you. So, to our listeners, you do well to patronize Mrs. Adedoyin there in Wolverhampton. Now, we're almost rounding up. I think for the last thing that we'll have to do now is shout out to your family or to your friends, and, both in Nigeria and in Wolverhampton, if you want to do that.
I'd love to say a big shout out to everyone, including my friends and families. Can't normal or call their names, but I want to say a shout out to them. You guys keep being strong. If you have the opportunity to come here, plan it and come, please. Plan quickly. This place is big enough for every one of us. While we're not running away, while we're not jackpying, let me put it that way, because we're going to continue to do our country proud. We are coming here to learn, to gain advantage, and to bring it back home whenever that is. So there's room for everyone. Shout out to everyone. I love you, and I'm proud to be a Nigerian forever.
Sis, that one you just talked about, you know, I'm going to ask you that, are you planning to come back to Nigeria to, help with the development of this country?
So now
Especially
the
in the
world
techno
is a
sector.
global village. Yes, the world is a global village, and there's really absolutely nothing stopping us when we relocate to even be giving back. So
Yeah.
coming back is not something you postpone till when you are physically able to come into Nigeria.
Mm.
You can harness a lot of opportunities and give back to Nigeria while you're in the UK. So I'm still doing a
That's true.
lot of things with the NBA. Yeah, I'm still doing things with my colleagues. I'm still doing
That's
things right from here because the
that's true.
world is a global village. All you just need to do is click away on the internet, click away on the platform that you can join, whether it's Instagram or it's LinkedIn. We can build Nigeria. We can give back to our own country. We can help other people. You know, so I don't really have to wait. Though if
Yeah.
I am not currently able to come to Nigeria, it doesn't stop me from giving back to my own country and helping my own people.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear, sis. Like you guys have said, she's currently doing something, so she's not waiting till she's back to Nigeria or she wants to come to Nigeria to develop. So it means that anybody is, wherever you are, you can still contribute to your country and help with the development of your country, irrespective of wherever you are. So now, yeah,
Absolutely.
we are already done and then up with the time. So, is there any other parting words that you would like to say before we call it a day?
Well, not really. I think I've said a lot of things. I just want
Yes.
people to be able to sit down here, with their inner ears and just not see it as another way to sponsor or to, sell a service to them. It's another way to really look within, think, and say, these are things I want to do. Let it not just be another podcast, another meeting you listen to. I want us to listen and implement, take action. What is that one thing you're going to do after listening to this? Are you going to, sign up? Are you going to look at your family dynamics? Or are you going to have, schedule a meeting, a consultation with Care Global Consult and see what are my options? Start from somewhere. Don't just listen and leave this place without taking a decision.
Thank you so much, sis. It was nice having you on this live. Thank you so much. You guys have
Thank
heard
you too.
everything about, Care Global Consulting from Mrs. Adedoyin. Thank you so much. And I think we can call it a day from here. So from me and then
Thank you
from,
so much, Izzy.
from Mrs. Adedoyin. Bye for now. Do have a lovely day.
Yeah.
Sis, are you still there?
Bye. Yes, I
Are
am.
you
I
still
am.
there? There's one more
Yes, I
thing I
am.
want
Can
to
you hear
say.
me?
Yes, I can hear
Okay.
you. There's gonna be a protest in Nigeria
Yes, on Thursday. That's tomorrow.
on
Yes.
Thursday. Are you guys planning any protest there in UK as well?
They don't do those kind of protests here. And if they do, it will be very calm. It will be very
Yeah,
coordinated. Like I
yeah.
said, there's rule of law. We're guarded by, there's law on everything you want to do. So even when you are doing,
Mm,
I remember when the Palestinians, Palestine were, protesting, they did it in such a coordinated manner, not in that
mm,
rioting manner that we do back home and spoil things and steal people's, belongings.
mm.
So I don't think there's one I'm aware of going on in the UK or where I currently even stay.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm sure they are planning a peaceful protest here too in Nigeria. I don't think it's gonna be anything violent or anything like that. All right. So again,
I
thank
trust
you
God.
for your time, and thank you for joining our live. Do have a lovely day from myself and
Thank
from,
you.
yeah, Mrs. Adedoyin. Bye bye for now. Bye, viewers.
Bye everyone.